Star Rank Boxing, developed by GameStar and published by Activision in 1985, was later rebranded for the UK market as Barry McGuigan World Championship Boxing. This version featured the renowned Irish boxer Barry McGuigan, capitalising on his popularity at the time. Barry McGuigan's World Championship Boxing might have you believe that you'll be slipping into Barry McGuigan's gloves, striding into the ring to cheers of adoration. Unfortunately, however, you won't. Instead, in this game, your job is to claw your way up the ranks of the boxing world, slugging your way through a lineup of hopefuls before earning the right to trade blows with the Irish champion himself. Boxing is often called the sweet science, a graceful balance of brute force and tactical mastery. Barry McGuigan was a real-life embodiment of this, known for his relentless attacks. A former professional boxer from Clones, County Monaghan, Ireland, who became a world champion and a beloved sporting figure in the 1980s. Known as the Clone Cyclone, he won the WBA featherweight title in 1985. The game offers a proper boxing career, meaning you don't just stroll into the ring demanding a title shot, you've got to earn it. You start as a lowly pro, the kind of fighter who's lucky to get free tap water at the gym, and work your way up through the ranks. Eventually, if your thumbs can withstand the punishment, you'll get a shot at Barry McGuigan himself, or at least his pixelated doppelganger, who is just as eager to knock you into next Tuesday. Before throwing your first punch, you must create your own pugilist. This is no ordinary name and move on affair. You get to actually customise everything, from your fighter's shorts and hairstyle to his overall demeanour. Will you be a loudmouth showman, a nimble dancer, a precise boxer, a hybrid, a hard-hitting slugger, or a bulldog with a punch that could knock a hole through a brick wall? Your choice will shape how you play, so don't just pick at random like you do when making a character in a role-playing game. Your journey begins at the bottom, where your name means nothing and top-tier fighters wouldn't give you the time of day. You start by picking from a couple of low-level opponents like Cannonball Kobe, who you can knock out in the first round if you're fast enough. From there, it's a long, painful climb to the top. Like real-life boxing, it's not enough to just show up and start swinging. You'll need to train smart if you want to stand a chance. Training is divided into 5 areas: roadwork, light bag, heavy bag, weights, and sparring. Balancing these is key, but as a kid, I couldn't quite get my head around what training does what, and piling all your points into stamina while neglecting strength will make you a tireless weakling, whilst maxing out strength while ignoring endurance will leave you gasping for air after throwing 3 punches. Plan wisely, or get ready to eat canvas. Working the light bag sharpens your boxer's speed and precision, refining their reflexes to unleash a flurry of quick, well-placed punches. The faster the hands, the harder they are to counter. Power is nothing without impact, and pounding the heavy bag builds the force behind every punch. A well-trained fighter can turn their fist into sledgehammers, breaking through an opponent's guard with crushing blows. Nothing prepares a boxer for a real fight better than stepping into the ring. Sparring conditions the body and mind for better, fine-tuned technique and dramatically reducing recovery time between rounds. Strength is the foundation of a fighter's resilience. Lifting weights builds raw power, reinforcing the body to absorb hits and deliver devastating punches that opponents won't soon forget. Stamina separates champions from contenders. Long runs and endurance training push the limits of a boxer's lungs and legs, ensuring they can go the distance without slowing down. Roadwork provides the preparation, as a fighter who doesn't tire is one who always has a chance to win. Once you step into the ring, the game shifts to a side view perspective, and your boxer moves automatically according to their chosen fighting style, while you control the punches. You have jabs, hooks, uppercuts, body blows, and the all-important guard to stop your opponent from rearranging your face. Some punches are only effective inside, while others are only effective when the boxers are outside, so the most important thing to learn is when to throw what, and at what range. I'll include the manual in the video description if you need more information on this. There's a display above and below the action, showing critical information such as the round number, time remaining, and the all-important endurance for both boxers. Knockdowns trigger a dramatic count, adding to the tension. At the end of each round, a status screen appears, showing your stamina, strength, and endurance remaining out of a possible top level of 99. Yeah, I'm just a superior boxer for the purposes of the video, but these will obviously vary depending on your career length. This is where you decide whether to play aggressively depending on your remaining stats, go on the defensive, or just pray that your opponent also happens to be struggling for air. If you last all 10 rounds without getting knocked into next week, the judges will step in to decide the winner. Though let's be real, if you're relying on points, you're probably in trouble. Playing this in 2-player mode with my brother as kids was always a blast, though he was miles better than me. Instead of designing our boxes, we'd pick from a list of the fighters, then proceed to engage in a joystick mashing, button bashing, dignity destroying battle. By the end, one of us was celebrating and the other would be swearing vengeance. Usually me. I suppose it was better than boxing each other in real life, but without the risk of me losing a tooth. I'll never forget the day he went on to beat Barry McGuigan himself. What a marathon session that was. The Commodore 64’s power pack was probably melting by the time he finally did it, but he got there in the end. It's one of those memories that sticks with you, and I'm sure it's just as nostalgic for him. I can still hear my dad yelling at us from the living room to keep it down, while we roared with excitement, celebrating his victory over the world champion. Those were the days. Overall, Barry McGuigan World Championship Boxing delivered a great Commodore 64 boxing experience. Whether you're a die-hard fan of the sport or just looking for a great game, this one is well worth stepping into the ring for. And for me, this one is incredibly nostalgic at the same time. For that, it'd be remiss of me not to give this one a big thumbs up. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and remember to share your experiences with this game in the comments. What sort of nostalgic memories do you remember whilst playing games with siblings or friends, or maybe even your parents? I'd be interested to hear your stories. As always, your continued support is massively appreciated, but if you're new to the channel, then do be sure to check out all of the playlists featuring Commodore 64 and Commodore Amiga games from 1982 all the way to 1995 and beyond. There's still plenty more to come though, so jump on board by subscribing and stay tuned for more classic games coming up. Hopefully, I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, bye for now.
You